In this video, I wanted to talk about my favorite water bottle for big kids, you know, toddlers, big kids, whatever you want to call them, between, I would say, 3 and 7. This is really my favorite bottle. It's called the Kiki. This is the 9-ounce version. It's sold in smaller and larger versions, and it's sold by a company called Pura. That's, see what their logo is, Pura, P-U-R-A. They're sometimes called Pura Stainless because everything they make is made out of stainless steel. What do I like about this bottle? First of all, everything is made of one of two materials. It's made of 304 food grade stainless steel. That's the bottle, the inside, this cap ring, or it's made of medical grade silicone. So that's this insulating sleeve, the cap or the top piece, the straw. In this case, this is the straw model. It's sold in other end pieces like a different shapes for babies and big kids and adults, whatever. And then this straw is also made of silicone. So you are limiting yourself to all food grade, very safe materials. There's no plastic in this whatsoever. You can see here, it's fully sealed, but with no plastic. There's no O-ring here. There's no rubber, nothing like that. It's fully BPA and BPS free, so you're good there. The design, I think, is really simple and really effective. This is uninsulated, so there's nothing to break. The only thing on the inside is stainless steel and some stamped in markings, so you can see if you want to fill it up to put something else in there besides water. You could see how much is in there, or if you want to keep track of how much your child is drinking, then you could see 8 ounces, 9 ounces, what have you. There's also milliliter markings on the other side. It goes up to 275 milliliters. The design is tapered slightly, so there's a little bit of a waist here, and that gives you something to hold on to, especially for little kids who have smaller hands. This is helpful. If you want, you could remove this silicone sleeve, and you can see this model is polished stainless steel. Other models I've seen, and my older models, are all brushed stainless steel, so they're not as shiny as this. It's nice in the shininess because you could remove this sleeve very easily, and you want to do that for cleaning. Maybe later on, as the bottle gets a little older, the sleeve will get beat up and you want to toss it, but mine has held up pretty well. The top cap attaches to the bottle, no problem. You can screw it down. Kids won't have any problem getting it on. They might have some problems getting it off. It gets pretty tight, but it's good that it gets tight, which this thing never leaks between these two parts, even though there's no O-ring or anything like that here. So I've been happy with that. For cleaning, you can take this straw piece out and clean it out. This is the silicone straw piece. They sell other pieces. There's a like a baby end. There's different capped ends and stuff like that. The straw one is good for kids in that I'd say like maybe 3.5 to 6 range, something like that, when a straw is a good option. It's a 2-piece straw, which means this piece is separate from this piece, which is good because cleaning straws is really difficult, and you want to give a straw a really good clean, not just dishwash it. You want to put something in there to clean it out. This does not include any sort of bottle cleaner or straw cleaner, but those are pretty easy to find on your own. The straw is nice and thick, so it's nice and robust. A kid is not going to be able to chew through this unless they're quite large. So they hold up really well, and it has a valve here. So if you were to drop this, nothing will spill. And then you want to give it a little bite, and that'll open up the valve to let out some water, whatever you have in there. But also, if you just suck on it pretty hard, the water will come. The straw goes into the top piece, and that is how you will get liquid from the bottom. You could use it without this extension straw if you want to turn it up to drink, but I know that's not always ideal, and some kids don't like that. Maybe it's not ideal for a car seat, so you could use it with or without the straw. We tend to use it with a straw. This piece goes in here. Again, it's all really, really thick made, so it's a good seal between these two. I haven't any leaking problems. This screws on. And then this is the cap piece. It's also medical grade silicone. And the cap piece is a little strange because you could see it doesn't fit on. I mean, it fits on really well, but it's a little awkward to get on because it's so floppy. So you really have to put it on and then sort of mash it on, or give it a good pull with this tab here. That'll be really hard for kids to do. they seem to have a little problem with the dexterity required to hold something while pulling this. And if you can't wrap your hand around it and push it down, then it could be a challenge. That said, the cap, once it's on, it can't break. There's no hard plastic here, and it seals quite nicely. So the end pieces stay really clean. So I don't love the cap system, but it's effective. When you want to remove it, you just pull this tab, and maybe you get a little spray from water like that, but it does work pretty well. This is not attached, so I would say almost with certainty you will lose this piece, but you could buy a replacement of all these components from Pura or from one of their retail partners. And they're pretty easy to find. Even like Amazon and other places have them if you want to shop through a big box store. So that is the Pura Kiki. It's a really nice stainless steel water bottle, and I really like it. We've used these for years. It costs $25, so it is quite expensive. The flip side of that is that all the parts are replaceable, and as your child grows, you can move this from a baby end to a straw to something that's good for adults. And so the bottle itself will last basically throughout. You know, as long as you don't lose it, it'll last, 5+ years, if not more. Ours, this is the new model we have. We have older ones that have taken many, many drops and been on many trips with us and all that other stuff, and they've lasted really well. And all we've had to do is replace this end piece, maybe find some new caps, maybe ditch the straw or buy a different straw, whatever. But the bottle itself has been through many stages of my child's life, and eventually it'll probably be mine. So yes, it's expensive, but if you don't lose it, and then you're sticking with a nice food grade, safe material for as long as you could hold onto the bottle. You might want to use glass instead, but a glass bottle, eventually you will drop it and break it, whereas that won't happen with the stainless steel bottles. So again, the upfront cost is definitely expensive, but if you're going to keep it for a long time and refill it, hundreds or thousands of times, then it's actually fairly economical and fairly eco-conscious. So that's the Kiki from Pura stainless steel water bottles. This is the 9-ounce model. Thanks for watching.